change. So I pray God will bless you. And to those of us who have reached our 70s or going into our 80s or in our mid-60s, you have not lost your utility in this struggle. And for the young ones, for your parents, make them feel the utility of life. Don't push them off unless it's necessary in a nursing home, and call them once a week to see how they're doing or text them. But keep them with you. And I got to say this, Bob, before I introduce you. Bob said, well, I know that you're long-winded. But let me say this. When I was in Japan, I learned one of my greatest lessons. I traveled there to do business with the Japanese on fish for the Nation of Islam. And when I was in Japan, I saw how they treated the elders. The young people who had the technology and the knowledge, they would go to their fathers and mothers, who they always make a place for them in their home. Say, sometimes we need the room. You know, I need to get a place for mom and dad, and you know, because they're independent. But sometimes they need you. Their longevity is feeling that they have utility in life. And the Japanese know how to do it. That's why they live into their 90s and 100s. Not because they eat fish all day, because they feel they have utility in their family. They consult with their sons. They talk about it. And in that, they have something to live for. Many of you grandmothers, the reason God has blessed you to live and go on is because you're living for that grandchild that your son or daughter is unable or just not taking care, so you're living to do it yourself. So there's utility to your life, and it gives you the strength to go on. Otherwise, you say, God, take me. I'm just a burden. No, you're not a burden. And the way that time goes, time moves all of us to that point in life. You may be 25 or 26 or 30 and feel young and strong, but if you keep living, you will reach the point where we are today. So ask God to help you with your sensitivity to those who have crossed these many waters. You don't know about their suffering unless they tell you. And the only way they will tell you is you come and ask them. So you need to sit down and have those kind of chats. And I'm going to tell you, you know, I understand church being the center of your spiritual life in America, because without the church and the spiritual community, we could have never made it in this country. So I want to thank you. I wanted to mention that. Dick Gregory will be here on the 19th, and I hope that you will join us. This is his hometown. And the impact of Dick Gregory on this country, there would have never been an investigation into the murder of Martin Luther King if it had not been for Dick Gregory. He's the one that brought the questions up. He's 84 years old now, and he's coming home, and I hate for him to come home. None of the youth are out. You know, old Gregory, what is he going to talk about? He's going to talk about things you have never even dreamed about, things that you don't know. You know how many know how he ran for president? He's a social activist. And so let me bring on our speaker and see if I can be quiet. Now